Hello! Welcome back to another edition of Naked Spaghetti. Don't adjust your computer screen. It looks like that for a reason. I don't know what the reason is, but it was intentionally done. This we know. I bring to you another episode of Naked Spaghetti. Why? No, not because I'm hungry. It's because I thought of something. What do you do during the summer when you're running around just wasting time, or you're with friends, or you're making love? What happens during these times? You get all sweaty and sticky and it's all over you and your clothing are just, you know, sucked into you. Well, I don't know why I thought of this, but I was thinking, wet, sweat. Do fish sweat? And I don't mean this on a, you know, metaphysical, scientific level. I don't mean, you know, sweat glands. No, I mean, we're out there in the world of air, and the fish are down there in water. So it made me wonder, if in order for us to keep us cool, when we're out there in the air, we sweat and get wetter to cool down. So does that mean when a fish is in water, and if they need to cool down, do they sweat or do they dry off? I mean, if you think about it, they live in a complete opposite environment. You know, they breathe the water and get the oxygen, where we breathe the air and get the oxygen. So actually, we both get the oxygen, but you know, breathing in water and breathing in air is, you know, that in itself is an opposite, and you know. So if they get hot, say like they go to the top of the water and they get hot, how do they cool down? Do they? I mean, I guess they could just go lower into the water. But I'm just talking sweat-wise here. Can they sweat, or in this opposite environment, would they dry off? I don't think that'd be good if they dry off. But personally, I don't think it's good when we get sweaty. I hate that. I hate seeing sweaty people. I hate smelling sweaty people. I hate being a sweaty people. But you can't stop what you is. That's what I always said. Actually, I never said that until just now. But it's true. It's true though. Now, I came to another point as well. I'm completely off the topics of sweating and fish, but in a way it does have to do with sweating. It involves pigs. Nastiest thing happened to me last night. I was eating this, anyway, I was thinking, and I'm just like, ew. I'll tell you why. There was this plate. It was pork and sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut. Pork. Yeah, anyway, pork and sauerkraut. Hold on a minute. I'll get it for you. As you can see, I took a little bit out. That's what I tried to eat. I'll tell you what. I'll be right back. It's in the plate. Trying to think. Can you see that? That yellow stuff up on top and all around? That's dried layer of grease. But there's other things to this. I'll be right back. Okay, we're good. Okay, I had to pour myself some tea along with return that back to the fridge. Well, anyway, the thing was, there was a giant glob of air in the pork and sauerkraut. It was actually mainly in that yellowy, greasy stuff. That's where I found it. I scooped it out. There were strands of air, and it wasn't me air. So I wasn't sure if it was the guy's air that made it, or a lot of the pig's air. And I was like, there's no way I'm eating this. Well, you know, so I just put that glob of air aside, and I started eating the pork. I mean, you know, just little tidbits at a time. 2 or 3 bites in, I felt some hair run across my lips, and I'm just like, that's it. I walked right over there to my window. Let me show you. I know you can see that. That's the kitchen. Right through there, you can't see too well, but that's a window. I walked over there, and I opened the screen, and I dumped out the pork and sauerkraut that was on my plate. It went right down onto the grass. It's 3 stories up, you know, I'm on the 3rd story. So, well, that's what's left, and I'm not going to eat it. And I've asked some other people I live with, and they said no, they're not eating it. They haven't seen it or anything like that. They're just like, no, I'm not eating that. You know, I don't know. It's just something. I don't know. They just weren't in the mood for pork and sauerkraut, maybe, but it was nasty. It really was nasty. I just like, ew. There was like air everywhere, and yellow globs, and so no, I'm not eating anymore, and I've had maybe 4 bites out of the whole thing. I mean, that's 4 little torn pieces of. So I really am trying to get off of pork. Oh, it was nasty. If you could smell that, it's not exactly the best smell. I mean, think about it, refrigerated 2-day-old pork and cabbage. It's not the best smell in the world. And that lid, believe me, doesn't keep it in there. You can smell it in the fridge. I know you shouldn't dump your food out your window or dump your food in the dumpster, but I've no one to give it to you, and I do not want to give out hairy pig. Ew. Very much ew. So, any comments, please leave. Do fish sweat? I don't mean scientifically sweat glands. I mean, could they sweat? Would they sweat? If they would, what would they sweat? How would they sweat? And again, not meaning the glands. And then, and the pigs here. Do you eat pork? Would you eat pork knowing that the hair that was in it, no matter how much was there, was the pig's? Would you still eat it? Please just leave comments. I would love to hear these. I mean, even if you want to do EWWWWWW, you know, E and 13 W's, ew. You know, of course I'd understand. I mean, I've done the same thing several times, and every time I think about it, I do it. So please let any comments, and again, right side of the screen, please do subscribe. My nonsense is what it is. Naked Spaghetti, subscribe now.